Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good afternoon. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brennan Libby. We still have the Storm Track 7 yellow alert day. There is a lot going on with this system. First, for everybody, we will see some pretty strong winds, gusting up to 60 miles per hour from the north. So that's a problem in itself. Of course, a chance for more strong to severe storms in southeastern Iowa. That does clip part of our viewing area. That will continue through the afternoon to about 5 p.m. Then, of course, the rain transitions to snow starting in the northwest, and with the winds being so gusty, that could lead to some very low visibility and problems on the roads. Let's start with the winds because, again, everybody is going to see that. It's going to be a wind advisory for most of our viewing area. That's where gusts could be up to about 55 miles per hour. You can basically include Winnebago and Allen-McKee County in that. And then high wind warning for the western side. That's where gusts could be as high as 60 miles per hour, and include Chickasaw County in that group as well. So the sustained winds will be between 25 and 35 miles per hour, shifting to the north there, but gusts again about 55 to 60. And we see these really strong winds basically through the entire evening, starting about midnight, starting to diminish a little bit, and then should be a much more manageable wind for the day tomorrow, about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Now, of course, with the wind coming in from the north, it's going to lead to dropping temperatures for most of our viewing area from the 30s, so it's only going to get colder from here. That being said, the low is swinging through southeastern Iowa, so that's going to warm things up in the south. Could be as warm as the 60s or even 70s there in Washington, a very wide range of temperatures. And that warmth is where that chance for severe storms will come into play. And so you kind of look at what's going on as of 11:30 a.m. That big band of heavy snow, blizzard conditions across western Iowa to north central Iowa. It's been mainly rain for us and kind of that transition in our far northwestern counties, but some clearing and temperatures warming quickly there in the southeast and more storms on the way. So for the rest of the afternoon, going to be a level 1 to level 2 at a 5 risk for severe weather. With any storms that become strong there in the southeast, you could see some damaging wind gusts, large hail, and even an isolated tornado, although the threat will be much higher into Illinois for any of that severe weather. Otherwise, for the winter headlines, it's going to be a winter weather advisory for us in the north and northwest. That's where there could be some accumulating snow. Most of us actually see less than 1 inch of accumulation. But then the blizzard warning, of course, just out of reach, where that band of heavy snow has been set up already, and we're just missing out on that lingering over one spot for very long. So again, accumulation doesn't look too impressive for us. Most of us seeing less than 1 inch, maybe 1 to 3 there in the far north, and I would say parts of Winnebago and Chickasaw County, you could see maybe 3 or more. There's going to be a very tight gradient where we go from about 3 inches to over 8 inches in a span of about 25 miles. And again, we're just missing out on that. Otherwise, here's future track along with the wind gusts. So expect some of these showers and storms to pop up there in the southeast through the early afternoon. So those could be strong. Meanwhile, the transition over to snow there in our northern counties. And eventually we'll see that transition sliding off to the southeast. And eventually the snow will take over completely. So a quick burst of snow for everybody. Just doesn't accumulate very much. But the winds will be very strong, so it doesn't matter how much snow. As long as it's falling, you're going to have very low visibility and travel problems here through this evening into tonight. Finally, the snow wraps up about midnight and clouds decrease, and we'll finally have some sunshine with highs in the 40s into the day tomorrow. But again, still a yellow alert day through tonight. Lows fall to the 20s. Winds will diminish after midnight as well, but we still could see some areas of drifting and blowing snow and low visibility. Then tomorrow, first day of spring, much nicer, highs in the 40s, and plenty of sunshine there with a much more manageable wind. Here's your city-by-city forecast. Another chance for rain by Friday with highs back to the mid-50s. In fact, it's basically in every other kind of day we have a chance for rain or maybe a small chance for rain and snow at night, along with some pretty strong winds. Highs are generally in the 40s and 50s heading into next week.